Hey, it's Quiet, back again. This time around, I am making the most important video I have made so far. Today, we're talking about Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign's Vultures 1. Kanye West is one of the most beloved artists of his generation, and he's teaming up with Ty Dolla $ign, an artist I'm not very familiar with. This album is his first release since the controversy he started in late 2022. Will this album be good, knowing all that has happened with him in recent times? You're about to find out. Stars is okay, it could have been stronger, and there's a line about Jewish people in this song which I feel is foreshadowing that this album is going to be commenting on Kanye West's anti-Semitism controversy. Personally, I wish this album didn't talk about the Kanye controversy, because I can see how adding that subject into the music can make the album worse for some people. For me, it doesn't. I can just ignore it. Just like its predecessor, Keys to My Life is just okay. He's talking about his previous partner, Kim, on the song. I like how he's coming from a good place on this song, and he isn't attacking his ex-wife, Kim, in any type of way. It shows that he has a heart, even though his relationship with Kim didn't end on good terms. Paid is the next song on the album, and it's better, but it's still just okay and nothing to rave about. Talking slaps. Everything is great about it. The production, good. Northwest's feature on it, good. Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign's verse, good. That chorus will get stuck in your head. Ty has a really good singing voice, even though he's probably using auto-tune. Back to Me slaps, and the song is based around this one phrase: beautiful big titty butt naked women don't just fall out the sky, you know. I can't believe I just said that on camera. At first I found the song annoying because of how stupid the phrase was. Then it grew on me because of how funny it became. Freddie Gibbs stole the show on the song. It's not even close. He's way overqualified for this silly little song. Hood Rat is another slapper. The production takes it for me. It's very repetitive. It features the same repeated word in the background of the song. The vocals on the song are just alright though. The next song, Do It, is kind of lacking in the vocal department, just like the last song. I do like that it samples Back That Ass Up by Juvenile in a subtle way. Blink and you won't notice the sample. Paperwork is pretty much filler to me. I don't like it. Burn is another easy on the ears song. I like the chorus and the production sounds really clean on this track. The star power on F Sutton is out of this world. Travis, Cardi, Ye, and Ty all on one track. The song sounds like it was produced by Travis. I wouldn't be surprised if it was because of how dynamic it sounds. The lyrics are nothing special. They're just talking about getting laid, which I don't mind. I don't mind a little bit of ignorance in my hip-hop. Vultures sounds like nothing like it originally did when I first heard it. Seriously, it grew on me. It actually sounds good now. I love that beat change at the end. Kanye once again makes a comment on anti-Semitism, which is whatever. I'll talk about that later. Now that time has passed, it actually sounds like a good lead single and represents the album as a whole very well. Carnival is another great song that grew on me. My issues with Carnival initially was the stupid chorus. It sounded so unintelligent to me at first. Now I can't stop saying, she ride the dick like Carnival. Another thing about this song, I still have not gotten used to Playboi Carti's new deep rapping voice. It sounds good, but it's unusual to hear him rap like that. He used the same cadence on that one song from Utopia as well. If you've somehow forgotten, Beg Forgiveness shows off how much of a musical genius Kanye West is. Like, damn, is this song good and long-winded because it needs to be. Chris Brown sounds nothing like Chris Brown on this song because of how many effects are on his vocals. It's pretty unique in that sense. I can't forget to mention that the song is a freaking cover. It's such an interesting take on the song it's covering. I liked it. Good is good. I really love the hook on this song. It really makes the message clear. Be grateful for being alive and not 6 feet in the ground. Who can't get behind that message? In a sea of bad interpolations in pop music, this is one of the good ones. Problematic is a return to old Kanye. It has a soul sample which is refreshing to hear from him. King shows that Kanye's ego is alive and well. He's really bragging and showing off. I liked it. It's a great closer, and those ideas fit well to a closer for a Kanye West album. And once again, he gets into the controversy on this song, which I will finally speak on. So, on the song Stars, Kanye says, keep a few Jews on the staff now. What he's implying with that line is he doesn't have a problem with Jewish people working under him or for him. Here's the thing, just because that's the case doesn't mean you don't have issues with Jewish people. Then on the song Vultures, he says, how am I anti-Semitic? I just F the Jewish B word. He's trying his hardest to rebuttal people calling him an anti-Semite, but he's not really doing it in the right way. Once again, similar to what I said for the song Stars, just because you are having sex with said race doesn't mean you don't have a problem with said race. Kanye isn't taking this issue seriously and isn't handling it in the correct way in his music and real life. Finally, the last line that makes reference to the anti-Semite controversy that I could find was on the song King. On the chorus of that song, he pretty much belittles the fact that he has psychological issues and bigot issues. To him, those things don't matter because he is still king. His ego is so huge. To me, it's obvious that Kanye isn't trying to fix his problems, and I hope my audience understands that as well. So Vultures 1, after all I've said, is still a good piece of music by Kanye West. Because like I mentioned before, I can ignore the glaring bigotry and ignorance of the album. The anti-Semitic issue with the album only plays a small, ignorable role in the album. But they do stick out like a sore thumb, so this album certainly couldn't be perfect. This album reminds me of The Life of Pablo, an album I'm not too big on, but it has the qualities of that album, but better. As much as I don't want to use this overused phrase, I can still separate the art from the artist. Unlike Anthony Fantano, who can't do that in this case for some reason. Honestly, I think he's blinded by his distaste for Kanye's behavior to the point that he can't enjoy the album. I really don't understand his video on Vultures. He calls the album unreviewable when he literally negatively critiques the album in the same video. Is that not reviewing it? As far as I'm concerned, there is literally no such thing as a piece of media that can't be reviewed. Fantano also says that the bigotry is in the music, which is true, but it plays such a small part of the album. Like 90% of the album is Kanye not being a bigot. It's not that serious. You should still be able to separate the art from the artist in that case. In the beginning of the video, he explains his intent when he reviews an album is to give the audience a recommendation if it is a good album, and if it's bad, give the audience advice not to listen to the piece of music. If he clearly doesn't like the album and is critiquing it, does that not satisfy one of his intentions when he reviews an album? Fantano is being completely dishonest and bad faith in his review of Vultures. And I say review because it is a review. That's just my understanding. Anyways, concluding, if you like other Kanye West albums, you should get a kick out of this one. If I had to give this album a score, it would be a 6.9 out of 10. Slightly above average. That's all for today. It's been Quiet Does Music. Out. Like, comment, and subscribe.